Whoa, and we're back. I've like some new setup going on. Got some viewers in. You probably heard me. I was just pouring some coffee. You know, in that chess.com mug. And my Zojirushi, naturally. Got to get that Zoj. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Back Friday. Doing some live stream. So what else is happening? I hope everyone's having a great week. I know that Mooch is having a great week. Her emoticon is currently getting processed and made. I just had a great meeting with my design team that's working on my subscriber sheet and my emoticon sheet and all that goodness. So I'm really excited for that because we're really thinking of some really cool ideas. I should have thought about this maybe a month ago before I started streaming, but what are you going to do? Let's see. Hopefully the chat is working. Let me go do a little pop-out. Make sure this is working properly. Where'd it go? How do I move this thing? Oops. Put that back. Hey, let's go ahead and pop this back in. I'm just trying to see if this pop out. Oops. Let's see if this thing is going to work. Hopefully my chat works. I'm going to test some chatness. Let's see here. Sometimes the Twitch chat like just doesn't work and I don't get to see it on my dashboard, which I don't understand. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Let's see. Let's see if I can see it on my dash when I type to myself. Hello. Oh, okay, that works. All right, so chat, I can see the chat. I'm very happy that I can see the chat. That's all that I cared about. For some reason, I couldn't a second ago. So let's see. Yes, coffee. This is brew number 2 of the day. Very excited about that. Currently, blue bottle action. Danny and I talked about on this week's blunders that just came out, talking about our current kind of disappointment in everything in blue bottle world. Maybe I'm just going to switch over to some local brews. We'll see. It's a beautiful Friday. Again, I don't know what's happening in Seattle. This week has just been stunning. Everything you're seeing here, natural sunlight coming through the windows. It's just like, whoa, it's amazing. There is this huge microphone all up in my face hole, but it's there. And that's all we need to care or worry about. So there's that. And, you know, in general, today was a good day. I reconfigured my stream deck, too. So I have lots of cool clips, which excites me a lot. So we'll see if everything works. That's my plan and or strategy to understand if everything will work with my deck. So we'll see. What do I want to work on today? I have no idea. It's a great question just in general. Well, I do want to do a few things. Today we're going to explore some brand new Xamarin Forms 3.3 action. It just came out. No, David is not coming onto the stream today. However, I am getting him back in Seattle soon. We're going to do another Xamarin show, talk about the hot features. But I do want him to come on and talk about 3.4, kind of experiment with a few things so we can do kind of an Ask Me Anything. I have some big plans that I'm putting in process right now on the Microsoft kind of work side of things for a lot more community interactive from all the mobile.net PMs in the Xamarin world. So I'm very excited about that. And some big things. I can't really talk about it yet, but have lots of ideas, and that's what's important. I think in general, is lots of ideas are good. So hopefully those will trickle out over the next few months or so. So I'm really excited just to do that. Hey, R2, how's it going, buddy? I know what your real name is, but you swore me to secrecy that I would not mention anything. So I'm gonna keep it at usernames just because I feel like that's what I do. But hope Australia's doing well. I think are you in Australia right now? Australia. We should have some Australians hopefully popping up. I think around like 4 o'clock is a good Australian time because I feel like it's really early there or something like that. I don't know. So yeah, we're gonna do some Xamarin Forms 3.3 stuff. We're gonna do some AppCenter integration. I have something I want to do inside of App Center anyways today with Essentials. I basically have, I'll show you on my phone here. I have like this Essentials test app where like you can test everything just in general. You can see everything there. 7 a.m. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, 7 a.m. is like crazy. Whoa. See, this is perfect. See, Fritz, he thinks that early morning is good. No, afternoon. This is the afternoon. I just want to get Australia all involved. So I have this Essentials app, and I want to... It actually gets built every single time we push something to master. So I want to get it so that people can easily install this, test it out, but also get updates too, because right now you're not going to get the updates because we don't have the pop-ups or things like that. So that's what we want to test and put that on a public feed and get that out there into the world. And I'll post that in the chat room and see. 8 a.m. in Melbourne. Melbourne? I'm going to go with Melbourne. Melbourne, like Bourne Trilogy series, which I saw one of maybe. So then I'm going to start there today. I think I'm going to start in App Center area with Essentials. And we're also doing Preview Fridays. We're going to be checking out Visual Studio 2017, 15, 9 Preview 3. Because we've made some serious enhancements to Android build time. So that's what I want to investigate in general. So pretty excited about that. So we'll see how that goes. And as you can see, I have... I was doing all my tests of all my little things with my subscribes and my bits and my things. So you can just see my name in that chat, just right on there. All right, so let's hop over and get the code up and running here.
Now, it says here on your resume that from 2010 to 2011, you crushed it?
But that's actually an old resume. It should also read that I crushed it from 2013 to present.
So are we to understand that you did not crush it in 2012?
There was a medical situation preventing me from crushing it to my usual standards, so I had to take some time off until I was able to crush it at 100%, at which point I resumed crushing it full time.
Whoa! Thanks for the bits. I like that, Hamburger. I appreciate it. And Shia LaBeouf.
Nothing is impossible.
Remember that. Let's get to some code. Again, this is my favorite everything Deadpool thing. So many bits. And I just want to let everyone know, whenever you donate bits, subs, everything that you donate now on a quarterly basis will be going to a charity. Until the end of the year, everything that is donated to this channel will go to Girls Who Code. So 100%. And additionally, Microsoft matches everything that is donated. So if you donate 75 bits, Microsoft will match those 75 bits. If you sub, they will match that sub. So be aware of that. I'm very excited. So you double down on that, and I appreciate that. So what are we going to do? We're going to open up Visual Studio 2017 preview. I want to make sure everyone also checked out the Visual Studio blog recently. Visual Studio blog. And inside the Visual Studio blog, if we can see it here, there we go. We have this roadmap of updates and some info about VS 2019 from our John Mont here, who used to live really close. Latchland, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. I'm all about like my new thing here. I'm very excited about it.
Today was a good day.
So right here, you can actually see what's next for Visual Studio for Mac and the Visual Studio roadmap. So this is pretty slick because you get to see everything upcoming in 2019, which is super duper rad. So you can see all the Xamarin goodness here, some new Android support stuff, fast deployment for Xamarin Android, new Xamarin Forms 4.0. Look at that, just announcing that right in there. Brand new tooling, lots of good bits and things working on there. I'm very excited about a lot of the things that we're working about. So when that comes out for 2019, coming in there. And then you can also see kind of the end of the year. So what's happening this year, some things coming in 2017. And this stuff is super exciting. This Android build time improvements as well. So lots of good stuff in there. So make sure you check out and read through the blog post. Read through the blog. Okay, so we're going to open up Essentials. And I've created a branch already called AppCenter. And my entire goal in the next 20 minutes or so is to integrate the AppCenter SDK. I want to write a script at build time. I already have this script. That allows me to swap out some variables. And then I want to build it and integrate these SDKs. So we'll see if Visual Studio Preview. There we go. I don't know why I had the rule set open. I don't know what I was doing in this thing recently. I'm most likely in the completely wrong branch. Let's close those docs. I should probably close the solution when I'm switching branches. Oh, I also have, I didn't install the UWP workload. So we're gonna switch to stable for this, but let me switch to master. Let me go to my branches. Also, I totally switched to this entire interface not too long ago, and I'm just making it happen. Just making it happen. It's not my favorite interface, but it totally works for what I need. Let's go to sync. And let's sync. Look at all those sweet updates. I haven't worked on this machine in some time. But I want to go to manage branches, remotes. Where's my app feature? AppCenter. Cool. So let's close this one. I don't have UWP in this one, so I'm going to go back to normal Visual Studio 2017. I know what you're thinking. Wow. Wow, I can't believe you just did that. Went back all the way in time. Back in time. That's happening. Okay, so there's my caboodle. Uh-oh, look out. I know. The UWP police are coming after me. Shh. I didn't want to install another 7 gigs. I didn't want to do it. Oh, man. I didn't want to do it. I could have, but I didn't. I do in this one. I have it in my normal thing, okay? Gochu asks, like, that's a funny name. Any news on your Twitch schedule? That's a great question. So I still have a few upcoming events that are going on this year that I need to participate in. So I have Caribbean DevConf next week, so I'll be out of town, so no streaming next week. For me, unfortunately, I might do a mystery stream on Tuesday, perhaps. So I want to do 3 things. So I wanted to stream maybe 3 times a week is my current goal. So first and foremost would be, first is going to be always Fridays, 2 p.m. So this is my normal work schedule, basically. And on this stream, I'm going to be working on sometimes work things, work-related libraries, maybe have guests on work-related, so kind of Microsoft time. I somehow approved that with my boss without telling him. We'll see. And then on Saturdays, starting in maybe the new year or maybe December, I'm not sure yet. I just started to work with my design team to get ready to do the app that I'm going to be building. Saturdays in the morning, 8:30 is what my current plan is. Hey, Ancient Coder, how's it going, buddy? Very excited to have you here, Ancient Coder. And what we're going to do on Saturdays is build an app from scratch. So this is an app that will be kind of my own personal project. And we will be working on that on Saturdays. And then I plan on doing like kind of my own personal time over. I need a Jeff Fritz button. You know what I mean? And that's kind of my plan for Saturdays. And then on Tuesdays or Wednesdays is kind of my idea late at night. So I'm going to have kind of different schedules. Will be like gaming. I just set up a really cool whole view so I could play Zen Pinball in portrait mode. So I'm pretty excited about that. So that's kind of my schedule now that you've asked about it on there. So yeah. So, and I think people want different things. Some people want code. Some people want like apps from scratch. People want interactions. So, but always Friday, 2 o'clock, except for next week because it'll be there. I won't be here. So, all right. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to integrate AppCenter. Oh, we have updates. So, in fact, what we can do here, whoa. Let's go ahead and update some things. We have test apps, sample apps, and let's do this. 3.1. Why is that so big? Oh my goodness. It's so big. Why does it not find 3.1. That's weird. Let's go ahead and, when in doubt, open in code. So we can 3.1. Da-da-da-da. So my favorite part about replacing packages is just to simply use VS Code to replace those packages. So let's go into NuGet, Xamarin Forms. Let's grab the latest stable, which just came out a day ago. There we go. That's cool. And let's replace .o.637273. Let's replace it with that. Boop. Done. It's gonna be very upset at me. Ancient Coder. Yeah, that's a great question. So we are going to be doing a beginner series, a workshop. This is something different than I just mentioned. So I'm going to be building out over 6 months an entire application from start to finish through design process, design reviews with my design team, everything that you can possibly imagine. And that's going to start in the next few months. It's going to be an ongoing series where I might be working on back end, front end, but it's going to be end to end. I'm building a whole business out of this, side business type of thing. But it's all going to be open source, which is quite fun. Now, on the other side of things, Jeff and I are working on a workshop. Now, this should be, and we have determined, originally November 2nd, but due to a meeting that I have, November 16th. It is going to be an all-day adventure. 8 hours, starting at, I think, 7 a.m. Seattle time. And what will happen there is I will restream on my channel, but it'll be on Visual Studio, maybe? I think maybe that's the plan. And then restreamed on Jeff's channel. I'm not sure. I needed to lock that down. It may just be on Jeff's channel, actually. But I'll restream it. I'll host it on mine. And then I'll be on for 4 hours. I'll take a break. Other people are going to join, and they're going to do other things to the app. Where I am going to then continue on doing other stuff. Yeah. Okay, so Heso Pas, that's what I'm going to go with. Ask, why the heck am I editing stuff in the CS Proj? That's a great question. I'm glad that you asked. A lot of these projects in here are multi-targeted, so that gets really tricky when I am doing things in general. So that is my current thought process there. So there's a few things that I could go through and do, but most likely I just like to edit in the CS Proj, because the multi-targeting, the NuGet package Explorer doesn't understand it. So I have to come in and modify these anyways. Like this needs to be updated to 655. Cool. And then also inside of my, this thing is also multi-targeted. See here. So it just doesn't know how to properly do it, unfortunately. So it's kind of a bummer. Yeah. Hey, Gareth. How's it going? So many good, great people. I love it. So let's refresh this thing. So now that I've done that, it should know that they're there. That's why I do it. Not always. If I'm just working in a normal app, like no big deal. Like not a big deal. All right, so what am I listening to here? I am listening currently to Upbeat Selection. Let's do, oh, did I do ambient? Ooh. Let's do we want EDM? No, we want, what's happy? I like happy. I'll do happy today. So back in Xamarin Forms, we can update mdoc. That's how we generate our docs. 574. Let's do that. .574. And what else do we got? Device runners, we can do that. 2448. 24.48. Orin's probably working on tons of stuff all the time. Classic Orin. Without Orin, how could we code? 2448. Did I not do that right there? Oh, they're all in here too. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Sometimes I'm just strange in how I update NuGets and whatnot. The NuGet package manager is great when you're not multi-targeting. So if you're just doing that, you're fine. But if you are, that's bad news. So here, right, these are just test apps. So Android, iOS, UWP, I'll just update those. Like, no big deal. Like, totally fine. Oops. Yeah, I was gonna say, because here, when I find these, it'll find like everything in there. So go away. VS Preview, updating stuff. Okay, let's close VS Code. Bye. Bye. All right, these are all good. I don't want to update these. What's this test thing? Tests. Yes, I'll update it. Why not? Let's go ahead and make a commit of all these sweet nugget updates. I'll accept whatever Microsoft tells me. Did anyone watch Jeff Fritz this morning? Anything good? Yeah, GV. So yeah, great questions about the live player. So live player is just for out-of-the-box experiences, not like anything custom that's built in. It definitely wouldn't work with custom fonts, that's for sure. In general. And what else you got going on? So emulators. Hey JV, what type of machine are you on? That's my first question to you. Like, what do you have going on? Oh. Yeah, I'll tell Frank thanks. I'll be podcasting on Monday, I guess, yeah. Oh, nice. I'm now going to watch Jeff in the morning on my way to work because I take a connector bus. Like, I ride home my bike in the afternoon, but I'm going to do that with him in the morning, be on and chit-chat. Whoa, heyo, what is with this editor config? Did you just delete this editor config? No, I don't want to delete that. Okay. Let's go ahead and stage the changes. Update nuggets. Boop. Yeah, it depends. So if you have Hyper-V on, let's say if you need Hyper-V for something, then you can try the new Hyper-V emulators that are there. If you don't have Hyper-V enabled, you should use the Intel Haxum one. So Android, Intel, Haxum, Xamarin. I'm going to just typo all of this and it'll figure it out. Right here. How do I link this to you? Boop. Yeah, so on my machine here, this is my desktop machine, which is like my normal one. I use Intel stuff because I don't have Hyper-V enabled. You can try Hyper-V ones. Else you're going to be using the ARM ones, which are very, very slow. If you try out the new 15.9 preview, like build times have like been reduced by like a third, which is pretty rad just in general. So give that a try. Emulators are the worst, but yeah, it's there. But yeah, I use the Intel one because I don't have Hyper-V on, but you know, that's what I do. Yeah, right. Let's do this. I think you're using the Hyper-V one. Yes. So if you're using the Hyper-V emulators, well, it's building. Oh, whoops. Oops. Hyper-V Xamarin. Yes. So, great question. So if you're inside of it, you have to be running at least the latest April update. Then you have to turn on these things and the hypervisor platform. And then you have to make sure you have these things enabled and the latest version. Just go walk through this doc. And then you can make sure. It's not as fast because there's like, you know, some security stuff that has to go on or whatnot. But I think if you're on your Dell, it should work okay. I actually just go to device half the time because I don't want to use my machine's resources, especially when I stream. But okay, we're going to go ahead and manage our nuggets. We are going to install. So the thing is, I want to get this out because I want to use the AppCenter analytics. Sample. And I want to install Crash, Analytics, Distribute, and get those running inside of the app so we can report those issues back. Let's do Distribute first. GV says, I set up a server on Azure for playing with Docker. I should try VS 2017 on that. Yeah, I will say if you're trying to do anything Android on Hyper-V, like in Azure, because those are, you know, all VMs, like it's not going to work just in general. So, yeah. So, all right. So what we're going to do is I want to set up, I'm inside of AppCenter. Here it is, and I want to look at docs, and I want to set up Xamarin, and I want to set up distribute Xamarin. Okay, so I need this stuff here. Where's my I thought they had like Xamarin Forms sections. Get started. There we go. Where's that big thing? Where's the your app secret? Here we go. I want this. Copy. All right, we're gonna then install analytics and crash reporting. Is the music level and everything okay? Audio level is good. That's always been the complaint sometimes. I also embedded the chat room into the stream, so if you're on a mobile phone, you can kind of just put that full or somewhere else, and you don't worry about the chat. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I'm not really positive. I saw a few other people like the Fritz do it. I don't know if people like that. Seems okay. Does anyone like that? Does anyone like that stuff? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I got a voicemail. Someone was calling me from a number. I need that new Google scanner thing where it's gonna do that. It's perfect. You're perfect. Thanks, Ancient Connor. You're great.
Nothing is impossible.
Just, you know, that's how I feel every day when people give me all the beautiful, nice things in the world. All right, what else we got? AppCenter. Yes, it's a dependency, but I'm totally installing it anyways. I don't care what any of you think. I'm doing it. It's happening. It's happening. All these other shenanigans going on. Look at all this stuff going on. Okay, so this is the sample app. I actually push it. Yeah, that's my struggle. Okay, so next stream I will do I'll do a back and forth, and you can pick and choose what people like, just in general. But yeah, it's a hard one. Oh, interesting. Okay, I will adjust. I will adjust course. So if people don't need, I was thinking like when I archive. So here's my thought process for everybody here as I go through this. I'm going to go into the app XAML. Here's my thought process. Is that my thought here is that when I export these to YouTube, there's no way to see what the chat is, so it's super weird. So the only real way of doing that is to putting it in the, you know, into the stream. I'll ask the Fritz and see what he says about it. But that was my only thought in general. This should be on the same line after. What's it mad about? Start. String, app secret, services. Ah, why is it so mad? Oh, it's style cop. It's style cop. There we go. Oh, it doesn't like that. Doesn't like that. More real estate. And we're also going to put in type of distribute. The distribute SDK is my favorite one. So like analytics, crash reporting, that's all we need. Distribute is we need to do some stuff. Go2 says, I'm a student. I'm using student license for Azure because it's free. Could it be the reason my first API outcome? Oh, maybe. Oh, so if you're on a free subscription and your things are on free. Oh, this is a good question. So I think Go2 is like messing around with some Azure backend services. Assumption. I don't know. I do have Ask Me Anything on this stream, so we'll see. I'm pretty sure that if you're on the free tier and you have free web services, things will be very slow just in general because it spins down and then starts up, right? So if you have a VM or an app service or something, it actually has to boot up so it takes some time. So, all right, I'm gonna go back to docs. So yeah, distribute, Xamarin, got started, check. Oh, you know what else I need to do too? I can do this. So I want to do another const string Android AppCenter Android equals this AC Android. What did I do here? Android AC. All right, so what I want to do is, I think I have some code. Let me see in here. If I go to Geo Contacts, I'm gonna steal some code. Shh. I think it's in here somewhere, right? Yep, here we go. Perfect. Boop. And you're like, whoa, what just happened? AppCenter iOS. AppCenter UWP. And these will be using device. There we go. Like, whoa, what magical code just happened? So what I'm doing here is we want to replace some constants when I build it. And here, I'm going to do iOS, AC UWP. So what I'm going to do here is, if it's Android and it doesn't equal that, then call startup on it. Else, do that. So there we go. Then here we can do $signs type $signs. And then we'll do this, your app secret. But you never saw this before. Magic. Yeah, all those curly braces. Yo, you don't like the bracket? That's how I code. In a world where I could just everything indexes. There we go. You like that? in a world where it automatically knew that I accidentally typed a bracket instead of a curly. That'd be great. All right, more coffee. Here we go. Do you think I need to get a green screen? Do I need one of those? I don't want one of those. All those secrets. Look at those secrets. So many secrets. So, next part here. We want to set this up. Set it up, set it up. Set it up, set it up. Installed it. AppCenter start. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Oh, interesting. That's cool. In your iOS application, add the following line before the call load application. All right. I don't need to do that. Do I need to do anything for Android? Customize stuff. You need to call notify, update, postpone, blah, 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 enable or disable. Oh, that's cool. I'll do iOS too. App secret. App secret. Okay, so funny that they just do, yeah, replace that. That does, you have to replace the whole thing. So, because I'm pretty sure if we go into iOS, Matthew and I set this up. Nope, not entitlements. Go away. No. Yeah, app secret. There we go. Build Stream Deck with Xamarin Forms. Could. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I do have, I mean, I have a Stream Deck here that I'm using. A Stream Deck Mini. And that works pretty well. Yeah, lighting is interesting. I'm going to do a blog post on how I got started with my setup. This one's a little bit much, but I recommend a few things for it. Let's go into iOS. We're going to set up iOS at the same time. That goes into our app delegate before load. Done. I thought I needed to add something to Android for this to work. Maybe not. Let's add this new key into my info P list. Let's open with XML editor. Boop. And I'll say AC iOS. Cool. Well, so many things happening in the chat. Oh, that's right. Garrett does all the F# stuff going on. Yeah. Ancient Coder asked, do I use the same mic for the podcast? I do. This is my podcast mic. It does. It totally is. It's there. So, yeah, IoT. I totally record this. I export them to YouTube later on, but Twitch auto archives them in the video thing. But make sure that you follow, subscribe, throw some bits just for fun. Why not? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. What am I saying anymore? I don't even think that this would matter because this will never get called, but let's just make it happy. I'm only really going to do this on, I'm not going to do any customization. They've added that stuff. That's good. Xamarin Forms, call this stuff. Okay, Android. I'm just going to look if there's anything for Android. Android. Sometimes I like to just look at the Android docs. Dependency. Cool, we're done. I like that. Ooh, we need a script. So, yeah. Yeah, this is my podcast mic. So, I like my podcast mic. It works well. Works well for me. It is a Blue Spark from Blue Microphones. So we're going to steal some stuff. That's what we're going to do. So we need to have this AppCenter post clone script. Boop. And what we need to do is add that into here. And we're going to do new text, and we'll say AppCenter. What is it called? AppCenter post clone. AppCenter post clone.sh. Boop. All right. And then I'm going to open that in code. Oh, can I just open it here? There we go. That's cool. And then I can add that to my thing. Okay, cool. So need to just go ahead, and I don't want to echo this stuff because we're going to be showing that. I build a repository. If I look here, should be samples Android. Samples.android. Oh no, samples. It's in this core project. So samples.cs proj. Oh no, samples app XAML CS. That's nice and straightforward. app.xaml.cs. All right, cool. Oh, you had a request? You had requested that a couple weeks back, your Friday evening sessions. So IoT asks us we're using Azure DevOps here. For this app, I'm using AppCenter because I'm just building a simple application. Previously, for Monkey Cache, for all my libraries, I used Azure DevOps for everything. So we were over there. So I'm just using AppCenter because I'm just, building this one little thing here. So look at this. So here's what I'm doing, if anyone's curious. So I have this little script that runs, and it's going to look for AC Android in this file, and it's going to replace it with the variable that is piped through AppCenter and replace that with the actual key into /samples /AppCenter XAML that's there. And this thing also can be duped into the iOS project. So these get picked up pretty often. And I want to make sure that I look at the info about, oh gosh, where do I find it? Post scripts? Build scripts. That was a guess. That was totally a guess. They pick up Mobile Center too, but we'll move to AppCenter. Oh, AppCenter, one word, post build, post pre-build, post clone. There we go. Silly. So let's rename this AppCenter, one word. Cool. And let's go to Android. Boop. Now the cool thing is on iOS, I already wrote all these scripts for this GeoContacts app that's completely open source, so I don't want to. I'll see for iOS, it has to go into the root, which is great, where the solution is. Wow, Cream! Nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible.
Thanks, Cream, for the sub via Twitch Prime. I love when people use their Twitch Prime. I love it. All about it. Get those. And I can't wait to give you a sweet subscriber badge. It's totally happening, Cream. Don't worry. It's on my list. It's going to be sick. I don't know why it's App Secret, but it should be. Those are the same. Oh, maybe they're not the same. I will change it then. Let me see what I called it. Ooh. So this needs to be alongside the solution, I think. Let's go into AppCenter. Let's go to iOS. I think that's what I called it. Yeah, this one calls, yeah, SLN. Okay, so it needs to go next to the solution. Silly. That's fine. It's fine. All right, so that one's gonna go next to iOS. Take it. Solution. Okay. It's not what I wanted to do, but that's fine. Let's look here. This one should be iOS. So this will be iOS. And that's the same, but I want to make sure that when I go into my iOS project, that in my info P list, let's say I have app secret. Okay, I think it is a different app secret actually. I don't know if it's the same as my app ID, but it could be different, I guess, in my info P list. So we will change that based on this new knowledge that we got. Just jumping all over the place. Ugh. Ugh, James, what are you doing in life? XML. Oh man, I watched this Post Malone video. It's so funny you're talking about Post Malone, because I was literally listening to some Post Malone YouTube videos last night where he was like in a record shop and he was like, yeah, that wasn't like punking people because that's like old school, but he was totally like just like pretending he was shopping. This dude's really interesting. I didn't really know much about said Post Malone before watching this video, and then I felt like I knew a little bit more of this Post Malone character, and then also seeing him, he's very different than I would have. Just his tattoos and stuff are really cool. I didn't envision him. I envisioned him very different. Just his voice to how he talks, because his actual talking voice is very different than his singing voice, which is very interesting. Oh, Post Malone. Okay, so app secret, samples. Oh gosh. Samples, iOS, info P list. Boom. Yes. All right, that's perfect. Cool. So now let's do this. He is a goof that does love Bud Light. It's funny. Oh, cool little subscriber star. Number 2 subscriber. Wow, 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 wow.
Today was a good day.
All right, so now if I come into my, let's check out this stuff. So we got, this looks good. Air horn. Wah, 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 wah. It's my favorite. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so President Not Sure asked, like, hey, James, you silly kid, where are these variables coming from? Great question. So inside of AppCenter, this is my Android branch. So I set up this build here. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to tell it to build samples.android csproj. One, let me stop immediately and say light theme is the only theme. It's not, it's the blue theme. Thank you. It's not light theme. It's the default blue here. Dark theme is for suckers. I don't care what anyone thinks. Light theme, it's easier on the eyes. This is a battle that me and my partner get into all the time. She is a dark theme developer. I'm a light theme developer, and it's a constant struggle. So yeah, sorry, light theme all day. So where does this come from in general? What is happening here? Oh, I don't want to print these environment variables. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't boo me. You can't take back your sub now. You can't do it. It's gone. It's mine. It's mine. Can't take it back. It's too late. Can't do it. Because watch, even if I change it. Oh, look, now it's going to freeze. Ugh. 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 Gross. There, you can bits me for the dark theme. If I get bits, I'll keep it for the session. Ugh. I'm dying inside over here. Oh, gross. So where does this come from? Dark theme's not easier on the eyes. I think I'm presentation mode. I think from a distance in general. So I'm thinking when I present on stage, the light theme is different. Maybe here, Twitch streaming, dark theme is better. We'll see. Ugh, gross. It upsets me. So here, those variables are set right here in this environment variable. So you can give it any name. So here I've given it AC Android for AppCenter Android key. And I've locked it. So I added this ahead of the stream so you couldn't see it. And then I have my normal things here. So what we see is that that's how you get the environment variable. So it's very similar to if you were to go to Azure DevOps and whoa, heyo, thanks, buddy. You're gonna be the bits champion all day.
Today was a good day.
Can't have it upset me. You're getting all the things right now. This is how I feel right now with 1,000 bits. Okay, so if I go into the pipeline, I'm just so excited about everything happening. And it's just these variables right there. Nothing is impossible. So that's what these names and values and things are exactly the same inside of AppCenter, because all of this build stuff inside of AppCenter is the same. So how do you get all this GUI config, James? I only seem to be able to configure pipelines with YAML. Oh, I'm a GUI person. I hate command lines. I hate anything. I'm a GUI person. I don't know. I love it. Anyway, so that's how that happens. Who asked that? Who answered that? President? That's how it does it. So all day GUI. All right, let's get this music back on. One time I was watching someone coding on Twitch and they didn't have music on. I was like, can't do that. Sorry, bro. So now what will happen is when I check in this code, it will look for this stuff and replace it. So let's go over. Oh, this dark theme is killing me. Okay, so added AppCenter, build scripts, integration. Added SDKs, build scripts for app IDs, and enable distribute for Android/iOS, or for iOS for all sample apps. So that looks good. So we added this in Android. So this is in the root. So it's side by side the CS proj. This one is inside of my iOS solution that's there. So that's what we have. All day GUI person. Oh my goodness. See, it's love or hate. You do what you want. If you're command line, that's great. I'm a GUI person. I mean, I could easily where's the thingy at? Where's it at? Where's my why is this GitHub thing here? Go away. So I could easily open a command prompt and just like get status. So like I can do all the things, like, you know, in general, like I know all the commands. I just looks terrible. Let's make sure this is all good. Save everything. All right, so we had some packages. iOS. Are you using ReSharper? Never. Never use ReSharper. I stopped using ReSharper when I joined Xamarin 5 years ago. Actually, before I joined Xamarin, when I was at Seton, I stopped using it because it was bogging down Visual Studio too much. I was having too much conflicts with Xamarin stuff at the time, which was my day-to-day. So I said, nay, get out of here. I don't want to pay for it, so I don't need to. Visual Studio is great. Never? No, I don't need. You don't need ReSharper. It's personal opinion. Personal opinion. I mean, for what I do, I don't seem to need it at all. But yeah, there are some really great features. I used to use it for about 10 or 6 years straight. I used ReSharper and paid for ReSharper, so I enjoyed it then. I just haven't found a need to go back and give money, I guess. So let's think. But if there's features, Cream, reach out to me, mots@microsoft.com. I want to know what you need it for. So, you know, you can just disable it too. There's like an option to disable it. Yeah. All right, cool. So now what we're going to do is head back to here. Now this is queued. I have some sweet tests. They made the tests. Is it free? Oh, where'd it go? Build. Oh, building. Built. Oh. Yeah, so what's really cool about AppCenter now, if you go into my master branch, yeah, see, that's my problem. Is I don't need to slow down stuff. Also, I present a lot. So I'll tell you my main reason. I haven't used ReSharper a lot is because this needs to go in release mode. That's interesting. Okay, so release mode, Android samples. I think it's the same. There's the post clone. See, it picked it up right there. Good. So the real reason I kind of stopped using ReSharper is I was an evangelist for a long time, and I still kind of am an evangelist. So the problem with using third-party tools is that if a brand new developer goes and downloads something for the first time, you install Visual Studio, or I'm coding here and I have all these extensions and all these things installed, like then you might have to pay money and then you're not getting the same experience. So I really wanted to show that what it's there for. IoT says Surface Book 2 owners have the ability to use our GPU for spinning Android emulators using, I don't know what you need help on. The current Surface Books have some weird issues with the Hyper-V stuff, but your Surface Book 2 should be just fine if you use the Intel x86 emulators. It's there. Let's see what's happening here. So this should build. Building. Restored a bunch of stuff. So my scripts worked because it was successful. This one took 3 minutes. So we also want to create a new group. Public. Testers. Public testers. Cool. Here's this link. There you guys go. All right. I like how it says Microsoft Live Player, even though it has nothing to do with Live Player. Yeah, so IoT for the Hyper-V enabled Android emulators on Surface Book 2 are like not compatible right now. So unfortunately, there's some weird stuff I can't get into details with, but basically you don't want to use those right now. So you'd have to go to the device or to an Intel x86 one. So be aware that, yeah, like I don't use it on my Surface Book, but other machines are okay. Just there's a weird compatibility, but I think in the next October update, it should fix a lot of that. So as far as I know, we're working close with the team on the Surface Book line. I can't talk about details of things, but it's for, unfortunately, the greater good. So, all right, let's see here. Build. Oh, cool. So it did this. Nice, nice. What I want to do is take this build and distribute this to a distribution group. I'm going to do it to myself first, just to test this out. All right, so I should be able to boot up my phone. All right, let's see here. Is there Chrome installed on here? Let me make sure that I have. I'm gonna log into my GitHub on my phone. Then I'm gonna screen mirror and we can kind of walk through this experience a little bit. How do I log in? Boop, 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 boop. Everyone likes to watch me log in and get a 2-factor auth code. 2-factor auth. This is how you dual wield. Okay. Okay. All right, so I'll do some visor. It's like my blue device. That's pretty good. Installing. There we go. Audio mirror. Ooh, that's new. You can mute it by clicking. I don't need to mute anything. Apps. This one. This one I just did? I did. Download. And let me make sure I don't have it on here at all. Oh, I do. Let's go ahead and delete that. This is pretty nice. Look at this. Ooh, fancy. Download. Yes. Open. Oh. Allow those unknown sources. So tricky. Oh. Classic. All right. All right, so while that is, I also want to do a new build just so I can test the automatic updates. Build it. If you can dream it, you can build it. We'll download it again. There's also an AppCenter app, which is pretty cool on Android. It automates the flow a lot nicer, actually. Open. Cool. That worked. Okay, so that's good. App info. Open settings. Nice, nice. Cool. Geolocation. I don't want to give you my exact geolocation coordinates. That'd be bad. Let's see. Well, it's not. Wow, there's not even a magnetometer on this device. Is there an accelerometer? Oh, that's definitely a bug. Look at that, finding bugs. There we go. Cool. That's working. All right. That's where there's no magnetometer, because I don't know how that would work. Privacy, privacy, privacy. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to give out the exact specific GPS location of where I live right now. That'd be bad for everybody involved. Yeah, this looks good. All right, cool. All right, so now what I need to do is, the idea of what we just did is that I've installed it. So I hope that when I do a new build, it actually updates it and distributes it correctly. So if we just wait for this to finish building, then we should be good. Question mark, exclamation. Are there any logs that emits battery consumption details? Oh, there's so many questions. Battery details. No, there's no log as far as battery details, but there is a battery section, and you could monitor it yourself so you can see what it's powered on. Right now it's USB. It's full, and energy saver is off. There you go. I forgot that we added the energy saver mode. That's cool. Can Essentials fake it? No, you would fake data by doing like a dependency service of some sort on there and fake some stuff in. You can of course put your Android device into fake location mode, which is probably what I should do on some of these things, but go from there. Cool. Do. All right, this should almost be done. Then we'll go to the Xamarin blog. Oh no. Oh, see, I'm stupid. I did a device test. I don't know why I did that. Battery consumption for your app. Oh, no, not as far as I know. No battery consumption for your app. There's no logs or anything like that that I know of that are in there that we do. It's like a settings thing. There might be an API for that, but I don't know. Not in Essentials, at least. I'd have to look up if there's cross-platform stuff in there or not. Oh, now that I've messed this up and sent this off to test. I canceled it though, so we'll see if it builds or not. Oh. Hey, Parthon, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right, now we're building. It's happening. It is happening. I also want to do some stuff here. I wonder what I can integrate into this. So lots of look at all that label stuff. Text declarations, underline. Fancy, fancy. Max lines. Oh, image stuff. That's what I wanted to do. Experiment a little bit. Release notes. Tab stop for multiple views. WK web view. Multi-line underscore. Keyboard tab navigation. I don't know what that is. Max lines. Support form sheet. Label with that. Truncate. Report binding failures. Use animations. Ooh. I like when people have screenshots of things. All right. Is this thing done yet? Come on. Got a little bit more coffee left. Not bad. I made a very large Hario V60 pre-stream. So lots of stuff. Are you talking about battery consumption, IoT? Who are you defending your app from? I guess. I'm not sure what the question is. So, Yeah, I mean, NFC is pretty low. Bluetooth, obviously, I mean, kind of got to take your app performance and battery consumption into consideration when doing stuff, but build your app, I say. I mean, any of that stuff doesn't have anything to do with Xamarin necessarily, but so or like the Essentials API could, I don't know, let's see, Android lookup battery consum API. Let's see if they give us an API. See, here they say, here's a good one, right? So it says to avoid using the Fuse location provider for geolocation, but we have to just because dependencies. But we also have a get last known location, so you should do that first, obviously, and check things. And then, yeah, so I mean, basically these guides are important, I think, in general. So, boom, all this stuff. I'll put this in there. Here's a good one. Good doc. Good doc. Okay, so, yeah. Yeah, mostly, like, a lot of times when I'm interested, I think perf stat is not maybe what you're the right word, because performance, I think of scrolling and boot up times, those types of performance. It's more of overall like app, not like health necessarily, but I guess it's like impact maybe on your device impact perhaps. So, okay, now this is success. Let me distribute this. Boop. Boop. Okay, so so now this should work. Distribute. Let's see if it's going to give me a pop-up. Interesting. That probably means that it didn't do it correct. All right, let's look at our flow again. So Android, sample, app XAML CS. Let's double configure that. It's going to look for AC Android. Swap it out. Let's go ahead and geo contacts. Let's look at the Android one again. Let's do a cat on it. Let's go ahead and then cat test, push that out. Just make sure that I have it right, and I'll check that privately in a different feed for app variables. But I want to make sure that my I'm pretty sure this should go on start. Did I not read the documentation correct? Did I do something wrong? That's my email address. Cool, cool. I like that. Xamarin, distribute, Xamarin, get started. Start? Yeah, add to the start method. On start. On start, perfect. Okay. That looks good. And let's double check. Oh, see what I did here? No one caught that. I swapped these around. I see. Ha ha ha. Funny James. Ha ha ha. Let's fix Android. All right, let's do that again. And let's go to our builds. I'm going to test this in a new one and just look at the output. Different tab. See if it actually did it. I can't see the full build output, so let's cancel this build. I'm gonna watch the output. Whoa, whoa, cool. I was just looking on Twitter. Srinth. Oh, did I forget to publish a Xamarin show episode yesterday? I did. Oh gosh. I'll make sure I do that. Let's see. Queued. Building. Okay, cool. Looking. I'm gonna look at that file. Oh, cool. Oh, that actually worked. Cool. Wow. I want to note here something pretty rad that just happened. So it's smart enough to apparently put these little stars here. Not this Google key, but that's fine. That's pretty rad. I did not think it was going to do that, and then it totally did. That's bananas. Apparently. Yeah, so IoT, that's a good question. I don't know if there's an API even available to get like your battery consumption for your app. That would be you can benchmark, see, using, I guess, battery stats. You can profile your usage. So there's like information here, basically. I don't know what, I don't ever looked at this. So it looks like you need to do ADB stuff to do this, to actually check out your consumption. So just read the Google Docs on the profiling your battery history. So I think that would work. Doesn't seem like there's an API for it. So yeah, ADB stuff. Okay. And I think with that, we could probably not cat that. Okay. All right. Let's go back. Remove the cat. So 2 minutes ago, we will let this build. Let it build. So the problem that we ran into is that I set the wrong key in the wrong place. So that was not good. Basically not good. Let's see. All right. Come on. How long did this one take? 342, 343, 330. Let's see how long this will take. Lots of building going on. Then this can go away. This can go away. Waiting for this build to finish. So many resources. Can everyone see Mooch? I don't know. Showing up there. Boop. 346. Oh, done. Distribution group, collaborators. Fix Android. That's a good, just a good commit. Just fix Android. So, ideally, it's a good, I mean, it may, sometimes it needs like a second to, come on. Arr. It's giving everyone's emails away. Yeah, need more, blah, blah, blah. So the only thing I can think of is that it is replacing it, but I wonder if it, because it's locked, like it doesn't let you swap things or something. I don't quite understand why that would be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my build script to actually put the key inside of it. So I'm going to put this in a new tab. So the key isn't there for everyone. Go back to my builds. And AppCenter, let's go and modify this. AC Android, put that there. The only thing I'm doing is not locking it. And let's see. Should work. I don't understand why. I'm going to just double check my logic. Inside of app XAML CS, unless someone, yeah, this should work. So AC Android, this will get updated. If it does not, if it's Android, does not equal Android, set it, and that should work. I'm going to double check because I'm going to double check that I don't need anything inside my Android manifest, because if I do, I'm going to be so upset. I don't think so. There's a file provider, browser tab. Nope. All right, well, that's good. Nothing there. Main activity. Looks good. Okay. The only thing I have is that. So that's good. And this exact code should work. It's funny, it says Android, UWP, iOS. And then this one says iOS, Android, UWP. So that should work. So double check. Yes. Good. All right. So in a world, well, I also know that's not working because here in the log flow, I should see something flowing in for this app, which I don't for some reason. It's like I should see something, even if it takes a few seconds to come in. Let's go to our builds. So close. I feel like we're like right there. We're right on the border of this working. This is samples. Uh-huh. This all looks great to me. Someone asked me one time, like, how do you put your variables and do this thing? I'm kind of curious if the variables, they have to be, let's go to the build environment variables. Environment variables. Uh-huh. You can do it. We can do it. Hey, Fritz, how's it going, buddy? Good to see ya. See, this should work. This bash script should work. Environment variables can be consumed, and depending on the toolset you're using, the syntax is different. See, if I lock it, the variables can be encrypted by clicking it. They won't get exposed to the build configuration and appear obfuscated in the build logs. That you can't view or edit it when they're encrypted. You can always delete and recreate them. Interesting. Okay, so this is build 60. And I'm going to distribute this to me. Let's distribute this puppy. Oh, of course I wouldn't see the logs. Oh, that's why. Because I didn't have the app update. So, of course I wouldn't see event flow coming in because I didn't install the latest one. So we can at least test that out, I guess, too. So let's do that. No? Nothing. No, that should be right. Let me go back into Chrome then. Let's go and download the latest one and just double check it. Okay. There's 60. I'm going to install this one. Like I was like, this will take 20 minutes to do. Get it done in 20 minutes. It'll be so quick. So quick. Never. So the next thing to do is to understand why, if for some reason this isn't coming in. There's 60. I have the latest build. Okay. Come on. Huh. Okay. So the other thing I can do is this. I'm going to hide this tab from everybody and paste this in. Ooh. Mook, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Let's set this as the startup. I'm going to go ahead and fine then. I'm going to uninstall this app. And all I want to do, no! So many followers. I like it. What else do I got? Drew Boy, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. We are going to debug this, and all I want to do is double check to make sure that my code runs. That's what I care about. Will my code run? That's what we're going to see when I debug this and put it on here now. Oh, for some reason I forgot to update my title of today, so I just updated it right now. Whoops. For some reason I didn't hit that button that says update of what I'm actually doing on this stream. That's funny. So we're there. Should probably update the title accordingly. So we're building, things are happening. All I want to do is write code. Why doesn't this work? I validated that. I validated that everything was happening inside of AppCenter. Right, so for some reason the log flow is not coming in, which is a mystery to me. Just a straight mystery. Which is upsetting, actually, more than anything. It's exactly what my stuff looks like. Okay. Okay. Well, I actually, Pretzel is playing music. This is Pretzel. Pretzel.rocks, which I highly recommend. A premium member. Spent $100 on that. Worth it. Worth it. Is this thing deploying yet? What is happening? Oh, there we go. Deploying. All right. It's happening. It's happening. Yeah, Pretzel's a local company in Seattle, by the way. I need to reach out to the devs and be like, hey, what's up? I need to know what's happening with this Pretzel app. You can go to pretzel.rock/mots. I'm pretty sure too. I'm pretty sure that is a thing. Pretzel. You can tell my computer is about to die. You can't hear it? It's too low. I have it pretty low because people like it like real low in general. Last time I got some like it's too loud type of thing. So I have it pretty loud. And Drew Boy, I do enjoy baking cookies, but usually muffins. Is that better, Fritz, about the music? Is this making you happy? Okay, so, all right, I hit a breakpoint, which you can't see because I have it over on the other tab, but I'm going to step over. Yep, that's correct. Okay. All right, so in a world where I did this correct, this thing is correct. Everything is correct. I have it too low. See, last time people said I had it too high. How about now? I just adjusted it. All right, now we're at 5%. See, no one tells me. Why did no one tell me? Is that too high? Question mark? I don't know. No one tells me anything. No one tells me anything. No one tells me anything. Oh. Wait, do you not hear anything? Fritz? Okay, well, hold on. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, how about now? Oh, interesting. Yes, no, maybe so. Now? Music? Hear nothing but me. Interesting. Okay. That is intriguing. Oh, there you go. Ah, yes. There we go. All right, now we are at 2%. There you go. So now we're at 2%, like audio. Is that better? Is that better? Oh, we're interesting. Oh, I wonder if when I switch scenes, if for some reason it went away. So ancient coder, maybe that's what it was.
Today was a good day.
So now you should be able to hear all these sweet things that I have set up. Yay! Perfect. Gotcha. Thanks, True Boy. Yeah, that makes sense on the lag of everything too. I have it set to 5 seconds, but it could just be that some frames are dropped or whatnot. So, all right. So I'm pretty about 95,000% sure that this thing should work. Oh, see, it just. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Hold the phone because this just worked. In debug. Whoa. Okay, so I'm in debug. And it worked. So that's weird. That's interesting. Interesting. So maybe it just took a while to come in? That doesn't make any sense. I'm just kind of messing around on the app right now. Yeah, it works, but it only works in debug mode. Why does it only work in debug mode? Ah. Ugh. All right, so it totally works in debug mode, which means, oh. I know what happened. I know what happened. I know what happened. Guys and gals. Okay, so. Yeah, I know. Oh my goodness, the code worked. So here's what happened, everybody.
Now, it says here on your resume that from 2010 to 2011, you crushed it?
But that's actually an old resume. It should also read that I crushed it from 2013 to present.
So are we to understand that you did not crush it in 2012?
There was a medical situation preventing me from crushing it to my usual standards, so had to take some time off until I was able to crush it at 100%, at which point I resumed crushing it full time.
All right, so let's resume crushing it right here and figure out exactly what I did wrong, people. All right, so here is the issue at hand. Do we see this constant variable right here? AC underscore Android. Also AC underscore Android. Do we see this command here? I'm such an idiot. Look at this. I love this. This is going to find all references to AC underscore Android in this file and replace it. Okay? So that means, because I'm an idiot, that when these things are replaced, it replaces it here and here. Like a goof, this will never get called because then these are just both the keys inside of it. Durr. Classic James. Classic James. So let's fix this. Let's refactor. Let's refactor the code. Oh gosh. Okay, so we need to put in a new folder. New. It's a dark theme. I can't read anything. Helpers. Now, inside of helpers, we're going to add a new item. Class, and we'll say common constants. Yeah, whoops, oops, oh gosh. I know, it happens, but we did this together. See, sometimes when you get debug. We are going to move these into here, yay. We'll say public, static, string. What's this light bulb all about? Yeah, I did that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Renaming. Renaming. What does it matter? It should be private. Oh. I guess. Should it be private? Let me see. So much style cop happening. Let's bring that in. Helpers. Yeah, so that should be an internal static int. Boop, boop, boop. Show potential fixes. It doesn't know. Const string? What does it want? What do you want from me? There we go. That's what I want. What do you want from me? What do you want from me, file? .android. There we go. Oh, now we're cruising, people. Now it is happening. All right. I'm so sad that for the first hour there's no music. I'm very upset and very not happy about any of that that's happened. I do apologize. Change to a property? I don't know. Constant seems fine. Why not? It doesn't matter. Nobody cares at this point. We do need to update these files, though. So inside of my Android one, is that this one? Yeah. This needs to be /helper/ common constants. That needs to go there. Boop. And then inside of my iOS one, boop. This needs to go here. Boop. All right, that looks good. AppCenter. Yeah, does it? I don't know. We have so many weird rules and variations about the naming for all these things. So I think this is okay. Okay, so now what we want to do is remove the debug version. Because the cool part is that I can download the old version that has the incorrect. Oops. Okay, let's commit this code. All right, so add file for common constants. Fix scripts. All right, done. So this is going to go off and fire off a build and do some things. Cool, cool. And here we're going to delete the old one. In my download folder. Oh, I have some default photos in there. That's funny. Let's go ahead and install this one. Open. So this one doesn't have it in, but the new one should, which should then work. Let's see here. All right. Building. I have faith that this is going to happen just in life because
Nothing is impossible.
let's build this puppy. All right. Ooh, yes. What I need to do is I need to fly Fritz into Seattle, and then I need him to look at my OBS and be like, hey, maybe I need to get him on Teams and be like, hey, what's going on whenever I stream? Because my desktop audio cuts out. What's up with that, Fritz? How come you don't know? How come you can't tell me what is going on with my OBS? I need you all the time to be at my side of it. Be my commander in chief. Yeah, gotta get those sound bites on. Oh, there he is. That was me last night. My partner was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just getting my sound bites on. Just have some clips. Got those little clip folder." Mm-hmm. Oh, pretzel just crashed. That's good. Oh, no, it's back. Stream. I should get a Shia LaBeouf emoticon. Shia LaBeouf. I did have a survey. Let's see what people said. What people wanted for emoticons. I think I pretty much have a plan. There's definitely going to be some monkeys. There's definitely be some coffee. There's definitely going to be some my face. I'm very excited about potential face emoticons that are happening. So be aware that it's all happening sooner or later. My new thing is to go into random streams and then just gift a bunch of things. So I did yesterday. I know today I didn't get to join Fritz's stream, but yesterday I just randomly gifted subs. I was like, here you go. Sounds good. Yeah, oh, wait until you see my loyalty badges. You are gonna flip out, Fritz. You're gonna be like, wow, that's the coolest thing in the entire world. Yeah. So many face emotes, yes. Lots of emotes coming soon. Yeah, you gotta have the... All day Fritz. All day Fritz. All right. We got this building signing. It's happening. I think that one's my favorite one so far. I am building the entire internet in this script. That is correct. You don't like SQL Mr. Magoo? You don't like this sweet build form? Well, I don't know why it's taking longer now. I don't know. 4 minutes to build an app. I don't know. It's actually kind of a long time. I guess it's restoring all the NuGets. It's got to go do everything over and over again. I also don't know what Max they're building it on, but... All right. I have faith that this time it's happening. That's kind of cute. Okay. All right. So let's go here. Oh, yeah, this one's not going to work because I'm an idiot, because it doesn't have the distribute SDK in it. Of course that's not going to work, but we can look at the analytics. So we're going to install, like, duh, the last one's not going to work because of that. So I distributed 61 to the group. There we go. So now this one should have it in when I download this one and install it. And ideally, we'll see some analytics comes in, and that would be ideal. Why am I a scriber of my own channel? I don't quite understand the thing there. Okay, so what just happened? Oh, it happened. Dude, it just happened. You see that? It just happened. It just went out, it validated, because now I have it in there. Oh! Oh! Oh, it just did it. It just did it.
Nothing is impossible.
Just remember that, kids. Nothing is impossible. So all I want to do, oh my God, it only took an hour and a half. All I want to do is build and then see the update happen in real time. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. And then we're going to do a PR because I already know this works. Let's just do a PR right now. That's building. GitHub.com. Oh, get those sweet emotes. I don't have any yet, though. That's my problem. Ah, no. Sometimes I'm worried I'm going to go to the wrong channel and then the wrong Git page and then show a whole bunch of internal stuff. Whoops. AppCenter. Integrate AppCenter SDK into sample app. And this could be in sample app for release builds, integrate in the SDK. None. No API, so no bugs fixed, no API changes, none of those. I don't need any of this. Boop, 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 boop. What I should also do is distribute. Oh. Everybody gets free glow sticks. Okay, I want to put this also inside of the solution README. And then I could be like build status. And then I'll say AppCenter. And I could say, try out Xamarin.Essentials on your device. Android sample app. All right, and then we're going to put this in via AppCenter. Is AppCenter one or two words? 2 words. Should probably know that. Cool. So now back in AppCenter, I look at my build. It's built, 62, distribute, distribution group, me, do it, done. So now, in a world, boom, yes.
Today was a good day.
Yes. So now we can actually download it, install it. It's downloading in the background here. I think it's called download file.apk. That's great. Okay, so mission successful. Installing latest updates. We can now distribute this to public. Boom, 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 boom. First public release of the sample application. Distribute. Boom. Cool, cool. Then app updates check. Check. And then we have this here. This is good. Team Explorer. Update README. Boom. Then whenever we push to master, you can check out new features, and then we'll get crash reports if something happens. We can fix bugs. It's a beautiful world of it all working together. And I probably need it. No, I don't need to put a space there. Sample app. Cool. Yes. Yes. All right. I feel great about this in general so far. Feeling very happy. Update the README. Have the common files. If we look at our analytics, log flow, boom, things are happening. If you want to test it out now, you should be able to go there and test it out. And then you get updates because things are happening. Things are happening in real time, people. This is I Feel Great.
Now, it says here on your resume that from 2010 to 2011, you crushed it?
Boom, crushed it. Feel good. Feel good, people. I just need to take a breather really quick and be like, how do I feel about life? I feel great. All right, I feel really good right there. And now we're just going to wait for these checks to go through. Look at all that stuff. Look at all these files that have changed. And then I can tell John Dick to review that. Projects. Milestone. Oh, I should probably create a new milestone. Signees. Labels. Awaiting review. Let's create a new milestone. New milestone. 0.12.0 preview. Due date. Let's make an arbitrary due date of November 2nd. Cool. All right. Feeling good. This one can be... That'll maybe work. I don't know if our build is working on our back end. I know John was working on... Oh, it did. Okay, he fixed it. That's good. That is good. You can watch plenty of my live player videos. It's only for Android and only for getting started with the core stuff. So just in general, we don't really plan on doing much with it currently. There's lots of changes occurring. Until I have an official statement, I will report back then. All right, this is good. Feeling pretty good about this thus far. Log flow. Oh, yeah, and I'm this installed, by the way. This happened. The stable version has date to leave. What version? Hey, so pause. Stable version for what? Essentials? Soonish. I can't really talk about it, but sooner than later. This year is my plan. It's feeling pretty good. Oh yeah, I feel great about this. I feel great about everything that just happened in life. So, but yes, President, I've been doing a lot of interviews with people, learning a lot. So we have a lot of good productivity things coming down the road. So don't be sad. Don't be sad. Cool. All right. Feeling good. AppCenter stuff complete. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Essentials, yeah. So stable version, we don't talk about timelines or dates or things like that, but I do plan it being sooner than later. And like I said, hopefully this year is my plan to get it out. And I have real big plans, of course, that I can't talk about, but in general, what are you gonna do? Okay, next up on the list, now that we've taken my 20-minute, remember when I said I was gonna take 20 minutes and then get this going? Well, it actually took a lot longer than that, but that's okay. We got it going, and that's all that matters. We are going to go to Xamarin Forms 3.0. What I want to do is, remember a while ago I was working on Meetup Manager. I don't know if everyone was here watching on Meetup Manager, but I have an app called Meetup Manager that I was working on, and where's my Solution Explorer? There we go. I wanted to try to integrate some new Xamarin Forms features into it. So if I look at the blog post, there's a few things that are going on. So first is this one I really want to do. So Android image performance in general. So Glide X is this really lightweight image optimization library that Jonathan Peppers had worked on. And he updated it recently to work with the latest version of Xamarin Forms 3.3. So it makes it super easy. And he has all these great performance metrics of the memory usage from here. So let's see on the chat. So IoTfer says, am I going to stream to the YouTube channel? I export the videos to the YouTube channel later. And then President, yeah, so I think Inner Dev Loop, yeah, so Live XAML works really well for doing live iterative updates as you're coding. And for Inner Dev Loop, I agree. That's my main focus. So things that we're working on for productivity is our main focus to get some quality and improvements there. But at Prez, you can email me, Mots at Microsoft.com. Let's get on the phone and let's chat. How's that sound? Maybe that's better. You can just have a conversation with me. We'll just get on a Skype call and we'll set up some time. So make sure you do that. That's easier than figuring out stuff. Just get a conversation. So this is my app. Let's go ahead and close all these. So this is a pretty big app in general. Is iOS, Android inside of here. And let's look at the nougats. We're going to upgrade to Xamarin Forms 3. Whatever, and look at some updates here. Last time on the stream, I updated everything to package references, which was really nifty. I also updated to, of course, the latest Xamarin Forms, and now there's new Xamarin Forms, so that's good. So let's update, I guess, AppCenter stuff. So. So we're going to update some SDKs, and then we are going to, I want to do a few things. I want to do bottom tabs on Android. Xamarin Android bottom tabs. Xamarin Forms. Oh, there it is. Official bottom tabs. Xamarin Forms. Yeah. That's what I want. And I'll show you where and how and why. Okay, that's one. Let's get crashes. Oh, this is very big. Install. All right. Was it upset about something else? Xamarin Forms. All right, we're going to update this puppy to Xamarin Forms. Whatever version is 3.3 091254. So inside of that version, there's a few new things. So the first one is this image, this Glide X. So I'm going to show you how to install this to do any image optimization that you may possibly need inside of your app, because it does everything automatically for you. So my app has meetup images and user profiles, and that always seems to be an issue for me. So I'm going to go ahead. That's not really a big issue, but I mean, might as well fix it. So Glide X is this library to do image optimization, and you only need it for Android in general. That's the only thing that it'll install in. So is there a preview here that he added? Okay, we're going to install the preview that he just put out, which includes the latest Xamarin Forms 3.3. So that's what we're going to do, 103 pre, and install that into our Android app. So that will give us, yeah, can you reach out to me too? And we can set up some time too. I'd love to see like what was bad and what was good and how we can make it better. So Yeah. Same with you. I always want to talk with everyone all the time, so everyone should reach out. And then, you know, that's you don't have to pay bits for that. You can. That's part of my job is to reach out and communicate better. So GlideX Forms is gonna speed up our images using Glide. So all I need to do is come over into here on Android Glide Forms, and then I'm going underneath the forms in it. And there's some UI test stuff. Load app. There we go. Cool. So with that little call, I've just basically re-optimized all of my images inside of my Android app just by doing that. So this will automatically handle all of the optimization for all of the images there, which is pretty cool. All right, let's consolidate. What did I do? Oh, let's delete that. Oh, these are just weird ones. Okay. Now I'm using the preview. I don't know if anyone's seen the Android build improvements. Where is Android GitHub? I think in our wiki, this is the open source one, you can see build performance ideas here. And these are the optimizations. Where's it at? There's like a new one. Should get Jonathan Peppers to give me a link. These are all optimizations and things that they're doing right here to improve the build times with everything. So like tons of build time improvements to get it down, which is kind of crazy. Oh, hold on. I got to go open the door. And I'm still alive. That was great. People just, need to get into the building, I guess, and deliver packages. So these are the build times, literally dropping things sometimes very, very, very fast, like down to seconds. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I put that there. All right, hold on. I refactored a bunch of stuff so I could... oh, I didn't put that there. Where did I put that? I have some new build stuff. I put it inside of constants. Let me see here. What is this doing? This is inside of please hold. Should be inside of helpers, services, dot. All right, hold on. I need to put this over here really quick. I need to look up some code. And I need to make sure that my stuff is not visible for a second. That should be here. Okay, what's it mad about? All right, changed a bunch of stuff around. Okay, and let me get this back. Boop. That's how you apparently do some stuff. All right, let me issues. My build don't work. There we go. Moved around some variables and constants. There we go. Put that there. Ah! What just happened? Okay, oh, I probably hit the wrong button. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. So that looks good. So this should build now. Yeah, so Android support libraries are tricky. Usually what I do, to be honest with you, just to make it simple, is I go in and I manually edit. This isn't the best thing. We actually have a version 28 coming out that'll ideally solve a lot of these problems, but often you can run into weird like dependency issues. So normally what I do is I will install like all of the support libraries and the dependencies and then just manually set these versions. The problem is like when different versions depend on different things, then it needs to update. I have a whole blog post and guide on it, but it is a little tricky. It can be a pain in the butt. We also want to update this to the latest Xamarin.Essentials. Yes, but that is also something we're working on, is the Android support libraries to make it a little bit more seamless for the installs and guides. It's pretty tricky, but it is something we're also aware of and want to work on. These new 28 previews are what should be fixing a lot of that stuff. But yes, let's install this. And make sure you're using package references, because the old projects.config or packages.config is like a hot mess, right? So you want to use project references in your CS project. It makes it so much faster, and you'll know because you'll have the little bubbles basically inside these NuGets, so you can see what's installed. Well, I guess in Android you would see this stuff like right here. So I see all the Android support libraries, I have them all there. So okay, so let's build it. Should be good to go. All right, so resources. I have some pages. Do I have a new home view? I do. Ah. So I have these groups. See if I'm on Android, if I'm on iOS. I have different pages. This is a tabbed page. I add children, but I really want this. I think I may want this actually, and then I want to do the tabs. Oh, interesting. Okay. So how do I do the tabs in the background? This one. On the bottom. Okay. Tab sessions, tabs events. So let's copy. tab sessions. Let's go into Android Asset Studio. All right. Tab icons. We're going to go to iOS, resources. Actually, I'm kind of curious what each of these looks like. Tab sessions. That looks like tab sessions, tab events. So let's see what we have here. What does it look like again? I already forgot what the icons look like. Resources, platform specifics, sessions, and events. So sessions looks like a PowerPoint, and events, I don't know why those are different. Why they're not very great ones, but events. So this would be tabs, sessions. So that's what, no, events. Sessions look like that. So that's good. That should be a light theme. We'll download that. This is the Android Asset Studio. This is where I generate all my icons, everything I need. It's the best thing in the world. So this is where you can create icon launchers, app shortcuts, shape shifting, vectors, 9-patch generations, tab icons, everything. It's Android Asset Studio. It's pretty great. And then the other thing we want is a I like this one better. This should be tabs events where it has this thing. All right. I don't even know what am I looking for here. So if I go into my Meetup Manager, what we should be doing is there's groups and offline events. Okay. So I think groups are the ones that I just did. So those are events, and then groups should be like groups. I'll just do groups. So tabs underscore groups. That's what it should be. Download. Okay, cool. So that built successfully. We should go into our Android project. Let's go to my desktop. Extract all. Oh, I'm also going to, I guess, pause. Let's pause syncing on that puppy. don't need that. Already did that. Extract all. Okay. Cool. Then I can just take all these and drag and drop that on there. Done. then that's groups and events. At all. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so yes. So inside of here, we want these groups. We also want the background stuff. So let's get this. Put that in there. On can't be. Oh my goodness, why is it mad? Should be like this dot on. Home view could not. Oh. Oh, yeah, so this would be Xamarin forms.tabbed page because it's going to get confused. There we go. All solved. So now we're using this platform configuration to put the things on the bottom. And then here I need groups, and the groups are going to be here. So the group should be, let's see, groups.icon equals tab underscore, what do I call it, groups? Oh, they didn't get added. Okay, well, I don't know why they didn't get added. Tabs, groups. Okay. Should get added. There we go. There we go. Cool. And then offline dot icon equals tab underscore events. Cool. Is it worth using vector images? I don't use vector images because or SVGs or anything because I don't know, the platform has the built-in support to dynamically bring all these in, and then Google Play will remove things that aren't needed and optimize app sizes and things like that. And also just the core platforms don't really support SVG very well. I mean, they kind of do, kind of don't. But I don't know. That's just me. I don't really see a necessary huge need currently for it, but that's me. I could be completely wrong, just in general. But that's what I do. So there are some cool extensions for like Visual Studio or Visual Studio for Mac that will take an SVG and then create the different specific drawables or at 1x, at 2x, at 3x for you automatically, but that also works well. I don't know if it is worth the effort and the extra libraries that you need to do all of the SVG loading and all that shenanigans in general. That's just me though. Like when I think about it, I'm just like, I don't really know if I need all that extra stuff in my life, to be honest. It's kind of my thought. But I'll text my buddy here, make sure that he knows that I'm gonna be a little late to the podcast recording. Finish up some stuff. It's tabs, not tab. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Magoo. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a good point, Adam. Yeah, so like Adam says, the platforms don't really support them. So if they did, I would feel better about it, but they don't. So if, what I would love to see is like an extension that you put in the SVG, and then when you build, it does it automatically. Or, you know, the UWP one is really nice for generating the same icon for all of them. So that type of thing is good. I think Mfractor has some of that stuff built in for Mac. So you can like bring in the image. I like just going into the Android Asset Studio because you can adjust different paddings and margins and things that you need. So if you're like, oh, I need a launcher icon here. Of course, my machine's gonna pop up. So like, oh man, I need this cool icon, and I want it to be a circle, cast a shadow, or score it. I guess that'd be a square. You know, I don't know. You can just do a bunch of stuff and handle it that way. That's kind of my thought. But I don't know. Now, for app icons, you have to really use the new craziness shenanigans that they have. So you kind of got to do a bunch of stuff. All right, cool. We're building and compiling. Building and compiling. What else is in Xamarin Forms 3? I need to go through my app and see if there's some other things that I need. Let's see, what is this thing? Oh, you can truncate a line. You can do max lines. That's kind of nice. On a label. That's cool. IoT asks if Xamarin on VS will start getting equal attention to Visual Studio for Mac. I mean, I think that in general, we have double and quadrupled down on Visual Studio 2017, and over the last 2 years made tons and tons of improvements across the board, especially in stability and debugging and the iOS connection. And we just launched a brand new support for the Google or Android Designer. So tons of stuff just in general. So why does this not have the shared runtime on? That's really strange. I don't know why that's off. I don't know why that's off. That should always be on. So I don't know. I think that Sarah, I'd like to, if you email me, I'd like to know why or what you think in general. But yeah, we've been definitely quadrupling down on ensuring that everything is compatible. Oh, releases are out of sync? Well, I mean, it's a little bit different. Mostly it's around iOS releases, and that's really only around Xcode time where things need to be supported. Visual Studio for Macs has a little bit of, difference, but usually there's always a build. Just, I don't know, for me, I don't upgrade Xcode until like everything's ready. Like, why update it if you don't need it at this given point in time until everything's ready? Like, I don't know. It's not like an app that you need to download from the App Store. I need it right now. You know what I mean? Like, I have to have it. So, oh, here we go. This should be much faster. I don't know why I didn't have all the... So if you ever have slow Android builds, like if you go and make sure your shared stuff is on. I don't know why that wasn't. It's like, I don't know why it wasn't in there. So far the builds seem faster, so I'm pretty happy about that. Bar background. Oh. How come it didn't save? Oh. So I made it tabs _, but for iOS I think it's tab. Ooh. Gonna stop debugging. I think we love both IDEs. I don't know. Some people are like, how come Visual Studio for Mac doesn't have this? Or how come Visual Studio 2017 doesn't have this, right? So it goes back and forth just kind of based on what you're doing, I guess. So this one's called Tab. So I'm just going to, apparently I'd name them differently for each. That's great. Great, James. Tab and tabs. So great. These are all tab. Oh, I wonder if I can also get rid of my... I thought we fixed the selected tab stuff. Oh yeah, look, that was much faster. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, we have a new word of the day. Oh cool, yeah, those images are much faster. I like that. Circle images. Bottom tabs. Boom. 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 Nice. I like that already. So much nicer. Cool. I have all these breakpoints in here. Nice, 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 nice. Super snappy. All right. Cool. So here's something that I can really do too is inside of here, if I wanted to, I could put like a max line of 2. So let's take a look at that optimization that I can do here. So here, all these cells could be different heights. And that's going to adjust basically the... Let's see, max lines. I guess it could be... I think that these two are bigger. So this is definitely bigger, but these two look the same. Because I bet it just knows the height. Oh man, bottom tabs all day on Android. It's the new jam. I need opacity on what? This still work? Ooh. Charts and graphs. Okay. Let's look at my next thing, which will be shared code. Oh, thanks. Yeah, all day circle images. You can. I built this app in like a week originally, and then it broke a whole bunch, and then I fixed it again, and then I broke it a bunch, and then it fixed again. So if I go to my, this is going to be my events. Yeah, so top tabs versus bottom tabs. Top tabs are kind of like segmented controls for, to me, it's kind of like splitting different paradigms of, I think that it should probably navigate inside of the, like I think it should stay there. Probably, question mark.
I'm way up, I feel blessed.
Hey Adam, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So let's do that. Let's go into our home view and let us I'm gonna see if I can. I think it needs to navigate because I think when you navigate around, let me look at what's the Android app that does bottom navigation? Google Play? Oh, I don't have an account on here. Let's look actually. Google News, Google Plays. Android. Look at the design guidelines. Looking at those tabs, it will tell me dogs, cats, birds. Trips. Alright, tab layout. I don't even know if they call them tabs. They call it bottom. Oh, there it is. Placements can be joined with components like the app bar, fixed tabs, placement. I think they call it bottom navigation. I don't think they call it bottom tabs, like legitimately in general. Bottom app bar, I think. Huh. Alright, bottom navigation. There we go. I don't know why I just didn't type in bottom navigation. There it is. So the idea is that when you go to one, I'm pretty sure it should keep the navigation flow. Let's see. Yep. So see, it keeps it. You tap to that, goes back. Wow, that's cool. So what we want to do then is, well, so IoT asks about icon and badges. Well, badges are, I don't know if that's built in, so I don't know. I don't know, you gotta live within the paradigm. That's the problem. So let's see here. Children. Okay. So I think you want that inside of it. We want tabs. Tabs. I don't want to change the background color though. I think the background color is fine on it. All right, let's give this a try. Yeah, I would say if you want features, add them to the GitHub. That should be the plan. Always. Let's see here. Oh, I must have spelled groups wrong. Oh, events. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. What did I do? What did I do? Oh, I know what I did. So, tabs, groups, then has a navigation page, login view. How do I go to new? Why is that all the way over here? New home view. Aha. Yeah, so just need to do this. We're going to change the navigation. We're going to change the navigation. Okay. Yeah, I don't know IoT. Tabs are always interesting because top tabs, you can have a lot of them and scroll left and right. On the bottom, On iOS, you can only have 5, so it only lets you put 5. It's like impossible to do more. So you gotta have like a dot 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 and have more inside of there. And that's what we did for the Evolve app. Seemed to work okay. Or combine the flyout navigation and the bottom tabs. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Cool. So now they're all in there. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, that hit a breakpoint. Oh, should probably. Cool. So the only thing is that, like, this should go back to the root. If you tap on the... If I go here, it should go back to the root. It's a good question. I wonder if I can get a tap event for the root. This dot. Oh, you know what I could do is this dot events. Current page changed, reorder, descendant is appearing, focused. Pages changed, property changed, unfocused. Child add, child remove. I wonder if there's an override. On back button, change visual, get size. On current page changed, on measure, pages changed. On tab, stop property. Unhook content. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I like it on the bottom for... I like it with the icons better. So I look at the app. It's like, okay, well that's there. But I want to get back to my groups. So I go here. There's a lot of things down here. So I'd rather have the... Oh, that's a big checkbox. Well, why is the checkbox not there? Checkbox. I think I'm okay on Android then, removing the bottom tabs in that area. It's probably not in their paradigm shift, but I couldn't see people like, oh, I need to go to offline events right now. I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, that's kind of nice, but then I need to go... I want it so, like, I can double tap on that. That's funny, that's underneath it. Let's see. Xamarin, Android, bottom, tabs, click, event. Yeah, but it's not a tab anymore. I don't know what I do on iOS. I don't have my device around to test on, but yeah. Interesting. You can put each tab in a different page. Run where you can update the values. Interesting. Yeah, because you'd want it if the current tab is on groups and I tap on it. If it's not the current tab and I tap on it, I wonder if it gets called. I wonder if on appearing gets called when I tap on it. So if I'm on the events view. Let's see. Tab layout becomes more important in the context of swiping left to right, up, down, versus having the user, yeah. Navigation. Okay, so yeah, because you can still swipe left and right here on these bottom tabs. So there's always kind of, which makes sense. Okay, so that gets hit. Okay, so this doesn't get hit when it comes back. But does my home view get hit? I don't have it on appearing. Oh. Oh, interesting. What is that? Let's... Okay, so when this comes back, on appearing does get called. Okay. But if I tap it again, nothing happens. So I'm curious if my home view gets called. All right, I'm just gonna test this out, and then I got to go. I got to do some podcasting, in general. But let's give this a test here. Who else is possibly coding right now? Anyone that we know? Anyone that we know? Let's see. I wonder if we can raid anybody. Let's see. I don't really see a lot happening on the... Alright, so this is on appearing. Check. Yeah, that doesn't get called again when I tap it. I was just kind of curious if this gets called again. I need to ask the team about this and where that should go, but I do like the bottom tabs just in general, like down here. I think they look better. Just then on the top, that gives them some more pizzazz in general. So we'll leave it at that. Anyone we know coding online that we like? Wow, my old school is streaming. That's funny, UAT. There's a game jam going on. Ooh, nice. Swag. It's about time. Got that swag on swag. I like that. Nice. I'm glad the swag finally came. All right. I don't see anyone coding that I know. I'm going to ask everyone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my thing over here. Let's go to my modes. I'm curious if the music stops when I change modes. So you can give me a question. So now that I'm on my webcam, curious if the thing stopped or not. Oh yeah, this is all private repo. So I am going to push this code to this repo. That is correct. See, change to bottom tabs. So yeah, so now that you're in the webcam, do you still hear the music or no? Oh, interesting. That's good. Nope. Some people say no. So no music. Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, all right. Awesome. I love that.
Now, it says here on your resume that from 2010 to 2011, you crushed it?
But that's actually an old resume. It should also read that I crushed it from 2013 to present.
Definitely to present. Crushing it, which I appreciate. Cool. All right. Okay, so we are going to dip out. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thanks for some subs. Thanks for everyone chilling with me. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to let those credits roll and go from there.
Some people dream success. Don't let your dreams be dreams. You should get to the point where anyone else will quit, and you're not gonna stop there. So just do it. Make your dreams come true. Do it. Nothing is impossible. Do it. Make your dreams come true. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Yesterday you said no. You're gonna wake up and work hard at. You're gonna wake up and stop giving up. You're gonna wake up and work hard at. You're gonna wake up and make your dreams come true. Don't let your dreams be dreams. What are you waiting for? Yesterday you said tomorrow. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Yesterday